Hey family, how's it going? Been away for a little while. I wasn't ghosting you. I just been busy doing a couple other things I had to take care of. I know you miss me, especially you and you, but especially you because I can see it's all over your face. It's like, I miss that guy. So I'm back. All right, so this morning I was speaking to my brother Troy and I said, listen man, I gotta get out. I gotta knock out another video, get back out to the family, make sure that they know I haven't forgotten about them. I said, what do you think would be a good topic? And he said, you know, you and I have spoken on financial independence and how to teach our children that. So that's what we're going to touch on real quick today. So what I wanted to talk about is making sure we're teaching our next generations how to be financially independent. Make sure that they are lenders and not borrowers. So I'll give you a little story. So my grandson went over and I said, listen, I've got something for you. He said, oh, what you got, Pop? And I told him, I've got this for you, $100 bill. And he looked, he's like, Pop, you're rich. Going, well, not really, but got a couple dollars. I said, but let me ask you a question. Pop has bought something for you. It's called stocks. And I'm going to explain it to you later on, but right now, this is what I need you to understand. I can give you this $100 one time, but I'll never give you any more. Or I can give you this $50 and I will give you $50 every month forever. Now, this young man is going to be 9, but at the age of 8 years old, it didn't take him long to figure, I'll take the $50. And I asked him why. He said, because you're going to keep giving me $50. Like, that's my grandson, bring it in. That's it, exactly. It's imperative that you teach the future generations. You have to truly understand your money. You have to understand finances. Every one of us has friends who couldn't buy their way out of the state they live in if they sold the state for $1. They'd be stuck right in that state and sold with it. That's ridiculous. I've got guys my age in their 50s, never had a car, never had motorcycle, nothing, because their credit is like 1. Like, how the hell do you get credit like 1, dude? I don't even understand that. 1? So it is imperative that we are the guide-ons for the generations to come. Everything we learn as human beings comes from someone who has already done it. Everything. When you learned your math teacher had to have gone to school, learned the math, learned how to teach the math, messed up numerous times before they were allowed to stand in front of you in that class and thereby teach you the math correctly. If you want to be a baker, you need to go find a baker and have them teach you the proper way in which to bake. If you want to fly an airplane, you need to find a pilot. I always tell kids, don't you think life itself is any difference? If you want to learn life, find someone that you can look at and you're looking at this person and thinking, man, they've done well in life. I wonder how they did that. How does he drive that Corvette? How does he have that Harley Davidson? How does he have whatever it is? When you see that in the person, go to the person, ask them how they did it, listen to what they say, and then do it. That's the ass kicker, the then do it. It's kind of like we all know we lose 10 pounds or we shouldn't smoke as much. Everybody knows that, but do we do it? No, it's the do it part that kicks your butt. Financial independence is the same way. It's hard to have $100, $1,000 in your hand and not want to run out and buy whatever it is you want to buy. It's hard to put that away. I know I did the same thing when I was younger. I'm thinking, you know what, hey, people tell me save your money because when you get older, you're going to have some money and you want to have certain things. And I'm thinking as a young guy, shoot, I might not make it to doggone 30. I'm spending this money right now. But the reason in which I had that mentality was because I didn't have that person who would explain to me, as a good friend of mine told me, Fudgy. He says he's a Jamaican, and he owned a few properties in the city of Philadelphia, and he would tell me, he said, Rob, man, I slave for my money. I make my money slave for me. I understood that. When he was talking about that, I said, Fudgy, I understand perfectly. Exactly. Each and every one of us works hard for our money. We have to make sure our money works hard for us. My mother, God rest her soul, used to always say, put your money where you can see it. That doesn't mean cheesesteaks where you're eating a daggone cheesesteak and you see it in your stomach swollen up. Put your money where you can see it. It's about financial independence, financial freedom, being able to take what you have spent that hard-earned money on and invest it in something that will give you an excellent return on investment. That's what businesses do. First thing they want to know before they place money into anything, what will be the return on the investment? And if it's not at a certain percentage, they're not interested. It's not going to happen. Now, I'm no financial advisor, none of these things, but I've lived long enough to know if you keep on playing around and spending your money frivolously, guess what? You're going to be a broke ass when you get older, and that's just how it works. If you teach at a young age everything, the airplane, the baker, the math teacher, if you teach the child at a young age, then that gives them the upper hand to understand what they need to do to be in an excellent financial situation as they grow older. Very important that they understand not to take a dollar. Don't do what most parents do. Oh, honey, you got great A's, and you have 4 A's and 3 B's, and I'm going to give you $20. Pew, kick, gone. Down to the candy store. Gone. Stomach ache and all. Done. That doesn't work. You have to say, you've earned those A's and those B's. I'm going to give you $20. And when they reach for it, go, but wait a minute. And explain to them why you should only give them 5 of the 20. If you take the child to the store with the other 15 and say, let's buy a tub of bubble gum. You'll get 500 pieces for $5. Now you let that child go out and sell each one of those pieces of bubble gum for $0.25. When they get to the last one, he'll have a stack of money sitting there that high, and he'll say, let me ask you a question. How much did you pay for all that bubble gum? Well, $5. How much money do you have there? That much? See how $5 can turn into a lot more than $5? If you had taken your $5 and just spent it on candy or on ice cream, what would you have? Nothing? Right. But you took your $5 and you invested it in yourself, your little business, and see what happened. Now the child understands, if I take my money and I use that money to the good, I'll always have money. That's what you want. That is what our goal as parents and grandparents and everything else out here, aunts, uncles, whatever, that's the goal. That is what we need to do. I will tell you that I listened to Jim Rohn, What to Do with a Dollar. Go on YouTube, look him up. He speaks about a gentleman who taught him how to manage money, and it is going to be very similar to what I just shared with you. But it explains, don't ever spend more than 70 cents out of a dollar, whether it's through work or through someone giving you $1. Never spend more than 70 cents. It's the fudgy principle. You slave for your money, make your money slave for you. Teach the children when they're young, because it's at that point their little minds are like sponges and they're very receptive to that idea and understanding what it is you're trying to teach them. But make sure you do it through example. We've all been to that place, and I laugh as a parent when the child has the window open in the winter and you're sitting there and you're saying, why do you have that window open? Don't you know how hard I have to work to pay the gas bill up in here? And you shut the window and the kid's thinking, pay, bill, work? I'm like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Okay, Mom. And that's all they say. Or, okay, Dad. They don't have a rat's ass clue what it's talking about to work or to pay a bill. They just don't. So, you have to make sure you give the perfect example for whatever the situation is you're working with. But it's sad for me to see friends my age, credit score, 1. When you punch in your Social Security number, up on the screen says, are you shitting me? With a big question mark. And then this funny face comes on, is laughing, ha 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 ha. But it's sad, there are a lot of people like that. And what's even worse is that there are young people who have that same thing going on. They're young and they have that. So, check out Jim Rohn, What to Do with a Dollar. Look at it, internalize it, teach it to your children, fix the next generations so they can be better than we are. And that's what it's about. All right, family, I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. And I'll catch you on the next go-round.